What's up, guys? Welcome back to WrenchingWrecked. Still in recovery mode from the chopper barn party. So, shop is still kind of rearranged. Things are everywhere. Doing some more organizing and cleaning in the interim. We got bikes stashed all over the place, and then the lifts are kind of discombobulated as well. But that's all right. We're working on that slowly. Anyways, shovelhead motor. This thing, here's where we're at. I got the lifter blocks, brand new, resting in there, and lifters are in there. Cam and pinion are in there. We got to tighten down that pinion, but I'm going to hold off on that. I just wanted everything kind of assembled because it was going to be left alone for a week. I had the heads bolted on. I unbolted those. I cheated, not on doing things, but I got one head ripped apart, completely disassembled. There's two, so we're gonna disassemble this head right now. Here's the other one. I started on this one because I do have some welding to do on this. So I had my guy at the powder shop blast this for me yesterday because this is the exhaust port that's completely wallered out. Somebody has it tapped for a thread insert. Let's see here. Where did I put you? So I have this guy here, which will thread into here. However, whatever I put in there is not going to work when that's cracked. And unfortunately, my buddy was doing a bunch of aluminum welding up here, and then I had a dirt bike frame I had to patch a section on. I just switched this back for steel. So I got to reset that for aluminum again. Then we will get this welded up. As far as the head on this one, I'll show you what's going on here. I somehow lost, I think it's probably in the blast booth at the other shop. I lost the one collar. So I got one lower, one upper, well, two uppers, one lower. I thought I brought them all here, so it's either somewhere on this bench or it's over in the blast booth. The valves, blasted these, really light recycled glass, so it's essentially like a glass bead profile. We are going to recut the valves and seats, relap those in here. The intake side is actually in really good shape. So if we throw this in here, here's what I like to do for testing. One, make sure you don't have a ton of wobble. This has a little play, but it's not bad. Hold your finger over the valve seat with the valve in. That pop noise. If it's too loose, you don't get that. For example, if we go to the exhaust side, grab the exhaust valve here. Same deal. No pop. No pop. So, do need to do an exhaust valve guide. If we look at this, hopefully you guys can see that. See all that play? Not what you want. I got a guide here. I got a steel one and a brass one. This one, look at that fit. So we'll press this guy in at some point later. I don't know when. And then I blasted all the springs and stuff. These were very rusty. We'll take a look at that when we disassemble the other head. So I cheated in the sense of I already tore this down, but this is the one that needed welding, so I wanted this prepped and ready to go. So as soon as I get a chance, we'll throw this on the table and start welding this up, and then maybe I'll weld up the ear on that trans case too if I'm feeling extra motivated. We'll see how much time I got. But for right now, since we moved Jonathan in here, he brought this fancy valve headstand, which is amazing. Used this yesterday. Walk you guys through it real quick, but let's get this apart. I'm not going to worry about the rocker shafts yet. I will not get this head blasted until next week anyway. But we'll try and pop this rocker box off and make sure, one, everything's in here, because I have not opened this one up. Like I said, I do have a bunch of sandblasting to do here, so I don't have a ton of time. I don't like blasting when Jonathan's up here working on stuff because it is obnoxious and loud. But work bits come first. And it is still a little on the early side, so I'll try to be respectful of neighbors before I fire up the big compressor. A little stuck on here, not too bad, but just trying to get up and over the studs. Studs have a little bit of rust on them. Like I said, these were kind of sitting exposed, so we do have rockers and shafts in here. Oh, that one's a little tight. These ones are way more stuck than the other ones. Yeah. All right, we'll address that one later. We'll come back to those, but let's get this head apart. So I do have the luxury of having this fancy vise tool to make this incredibly easy compared to how I have done this in the past. Normally it's a series of hand tools and bits, but I'll get this set up here. Can you guys see what I'm doing? That'll hold the valve pocket, center this in the center of the valve, like so, and compress. So that'll hold the head too. It's the nice part. Now, I can adjust where I want this to sit, but it's not gonna go anywhere. It's got a full vise on it. So we'll compress that. Look at how nice this is. Remove your tappets, retainers. Bam, bam. And then my bowl of parts. I heard that last one hit what? There it is. Threw it past where I needed it. Now that that's floating, loosen. And this will be kind of a mix today, only because with how rusty these are, I had to let these other ones soak for quite a while. But now we can grab our springs and upper collar. Throwing them right in this box for now because these will go to the other shop. Then I'll let this soak once we get this head disassembled with PB Blaster while I'm working on other stuff today. It's funny, I've done this so many different ways with like not good tools. This is amazing being able to do it as quickly as this goes with this thing. Highly recommended. I'm not a big fan of spending a ton of money on unique specialty tools, but when you acquire access to them like this, it's amazing. Highly recommended. Find a buddy with the tools. So this, again, that's pretty much it. Now these valves will press out. Let's see. I don't like forcing them through. We'll give it a tap or two and see what it does dry. But pull this off the bench a little bit. Yeah, that's moving. Actually, that one's not bad. These are actually not as crusty as the other set. We get a little bit of crap built up on there. So I'm gonna blast these. Yell at me in the comments if you don't think that's a good idea. It's not ideal. Valves are cheap enough where it's almost worth replacing them. We're not doing a big cam or anything fancy on there, but realistically, now we have a gutted set of heads. So before we do anything else on this, I will get these blasted. We'll have these blasted / blast them myself maybe, because I think my employee's out of town on Monday too, and I'm impatient. But this one's blasted, ready to go. Here's the valves all blasted. It should be, typically I don't blast the shafts on these, but if you look, there is some micro pitting on there where it was like sitting very rusty with the rocker popped up. I also blasted the shafts. These are fine. I plugged the bushings before that gets blasted. These felt amazing on the rocker shafts themselves. This one, not so much. So let's pull these rockers out, or try to, maybe. And then I can just make a pile of stuff to run over to the other spot. I don't blast these here with the diesel compressor. It's a little too aggressive. Otherwise, I gotta scale everything down, and that's just kind of a pain in the ass. The powder shop, I use much less aggressive blast profile stuff. And all right, so I'm just disassembling these rocker nuts. All sorts of mismatched. Most likely going to stay mismatched. Let's do this one first. Definitely a little crustier than the other one. So once you get the shaft out, you can kind of wiggle these in and out like that. This one had a spacer here. It's interesting. The other one did not. And let me grab an impact here. Let's see how strong we are. I don't know where that GoPro died, I apologize. Hopefully you saw me wrestling this out. But these will get blasted same way as the other ones. We'll clean those up, and then I will bring these over to the parts washer at the other spot. There's these little guys that sit there right at the end of where the shaft comes through. So they come through from this side, and it's just a series of O-ring seals there. So this will drop in through the rocker shaft, but got a big old pile of parts to bring over to the other spot when we are ready. So now we got a head disassembled. We'll worry about checking the valve bits. I guess we can do that right now. Let's see how these ones feel. Ooh, this one's way better. Nice valve pop. It's not really the most critical part, but there's a little rock in this exhaust one too. All right, so I'm guessing we'll need exhaust valve guides on both. Let's see how the intake feels here. This head is substantially nicer than the other one. Minus the crust. Like I said, we're gonna recut all the seats or relap all the seats. Man, intakes are rock solid. Yeah, no wiggle there. So intakes are good, but you can hear that pop, right? Comparatively worn out valve guide. It's there, but it's weak. So now we got a pile of parts. Hopefully later on today, I'll probably end up time lapsing it, but we'll take a look at this and see if we can get this welded up. I'm trying to decide if I want to just weld across the crack and then the outside, or if I should just knock that off and build up a glob of weld and then retap this for a stud. So I'll think about that while I'm in the blast room. That's it for now.